All right, there's a couple that have knocked out of the shell. We'll see what happens in the next 10 minutes.
What? Yeah, it's alive. It's talking to you. It wants you. But you're kind of something, right? What? I was trying to slow her down.
Oh, man.
You yeah, little spindly arm thing too. Like Daisy. I'm trying. Can you help me? Please.
Oh. But y'all think this lab's going to turn out, even though it's being all weird?
You already had one turn out.
No, we had one.
Well, we'll see if we can get these to hatch. I think added enzyme, I'm already seeing the
butt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so hungry. What should I eat today, y'all?
Pickle.
Ramen.
Raw pork. You should make up some pork sashimi.
I should have thought out all my frozen food. I got so much food.
I don't think I thought at all. I just some of it.
I'm going to text my friend and see if he's open at work.
How does that help you thaw food?
Because I'm just going to buy me some crawfish. Yeet.
Yeah, that does sound good, actually.
Crawfish with some sausage and corn.
I've still got all that peanut oil.
Potatoes. Peanut oil.
Yeah, we could saute some in the Dutch oven.
Boy.
Unless you're trying to steam it, but I don't have a big enough steamer for a full thing of crawfish.
You wouldn't be able to make them. You wouldn't be able to make enough.
I've got some remoulade sauce already made. You want some?
Me text this guy. He's a manager eating my catfish. See if they got some stuff.
I got a guy at Eat My Catfish that sells me crawfish.
He's my guy.
He throws it in the dumpster and says, "Pick it up by 10:05." I know. Let me out. Only 220. Freaking 218.
All right, y'all. I'm about to dip out of here.
All right. No, I think these guys are just about to look at this.
You gotta miss it, James. This is life, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is how you were conceived.
I can't wait to go tell my dad I witnessed birth today.
Like, show him the video and be like, "Is this how it happened, Dad?"
Did I tear my way out of my mother's body with 6 claws?
With 6 claws?
With my four or 5 arms.
I don't know about you guys, but I definitely had 6 claws at birth.
Yeah. I remember the day it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I was there.
I was there. Picture it. Sicily, 1918.
My favorite.
Okay, I'm going to call that pretty much a hatching right there. Certainly
successful.
the one on the right looks like he's out. Maybe still fighting his way through that membrane. But that only that's less than 7 minutes there.
Too fast, too furious.
Yeah, he's having a hard time. He's trying his hardest, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anymore on our screen.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's showing on the side, so I think it's just kind of
Yeah,
cut
see,
off.
there's
there
one.
We go, there we go.
there we go.
Free at last.
Free at last.
He's like, I'm here.
Yeah. Hope he's the new Overwatch character.
So Echo.
Replace Echo with this.
Who's watching TikTok?
The 6 spindly arm blob.
There we are.
I mean, I would pick him as my Overwatch character. Look at him.
He's a tank. He just sucks everybody in.
Yeah, I'm a Trichinella main, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait, no, that one's the tapeworm. That's the Hymenolepis.
I'm just Baptiste.
You're getting
Yep.
choked out. You're
I
getting
made
choked out.
Symmetra, but I made her when she was support, and everyone hated me, and now it's more acceptable to do that, so. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Baptiste spams love and squirts health all over you. That's what I do.
Scare the snot out of me. Watching tapeworms hatch. Oh. Give her.
There we go. Yeah, I think they're both out of the shell, but they're still in that embryophore. But it's been about 10 minutes, so I'm going to give them 5 more. And then by the power vested in me by the state of Arkansas, I'm going to declare victory and clean up here and go home.
So we got 3.
Well, I mean, we looked at the one with the high enzyme concentration. They all died.
Right.
And then we looked at a control one with just plain saline. And it didn't kill them, but nobody got out in 15 minutes.
Right.
And then in a low concentration of saline, one of them got out in about 10 minutes. And in the medium concentration is what we're looking at now. And that guy was out of the outer shell in about 7 minutes, although they're still working their way through the embryophores. So, hell, it's data.
Data.
I mean, it's a minuscule sample size, but that didn't stop the that didn't stop the chloroquine guy. I don't know. There's an old joke about a scientist who wrote in a paper, 33.3% of the mice experienced no consequences of the treatment.
Really?
33.3% of the mice experienced lethal consequences from the treatment. The third mouse got out of his cage and ran away.
Seems to be how it works anyways.
Pretty much. All right, 11 minutes. They're still fighting their way through the membrane, but the extra enzyme certainly knocked out the shell faster. Pretty sure.
Are we also going to have lab next week, or are we going to use that as time to work on this?
I'm going to try to do something for us next week.
Okay.
Yay.
Just asking.
I was, what's his name?
Can you get?
Oh, Gifford. Has actually been looking at gut contents of some fence lizards, and apparently they're loaded with nematodes. And I was going to try and do a lab where I'd take pictures and have you try to identify them.
Yes.
The thing is, if he doesn't have students on campus, I'm not sure when the work is going to get done. So that may not happen this semester. Something will happen. I'll figure something out. It may not work very well, or quite possibly at all, but there we go. I think the one on the right is finally free of the embryophore. The one on the left's having a little more trouble.
Did you get with VMAC about the bird malaria?
Did I get the who?
Did you talk to Dr. McDonald about bird malaria?
Yeah, but I think that sort of depended on having... she was netting them for one of her classes. I don't think she was netting them for her own personal purposes. So I don't know if we're going to get to do that this year, although I'll mention it to her.
Okay.
Yeah. Things way out.
Okay, the one on the right is... Whoops. Sorry. Yeah, so there's Speedy over there.
He's just so special because he can move around and his friend can't.
Mm-hmm. He's starting to make some tracks.
Are these the kind of ones you can use in the tapeworm diet?
Humans can get infected with these.
So that's easy.
But I mean, you can't get infected directly from the eggs. You'd have to eat a live beetle, basically, and you'd have to ingest one of those cysticercoids.
So if I ate this thing on the screen right now?
I'm not sure what would happen, but you wouldn't get an adult tapeworm in your gut. There is a close relative of this species. This is Hymenolepis diminuta. There's one called Hymenolepis nana, which has actually evolved the ability to bypass the intermediate host. So that one you could get infected by directly from ingesting eggs.
Wonderful.
I think globally that's the most common human tapeworm. And you'd get it by, eating, get it by basically our old friend, the fecal oral route.
Our old friend, fecal oral.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that one's evolved the ability to bypass an intermediate host. But this one, this one I don't think you could get infected by just by swallowing the eggs. These guys have to develop in beetles before they'd be infective to you.
Can we call it the Phoebe Earl route so it's less gross?
Okay. Wait, the what?
Phoebe Earl? That's what I heard when someone said it. I was like, that's not what it is.
The Phoebe Earl route?
Yeah.
Okay. What should we call it? The booty route?
Yes.
I like that. The boot route.
Okay.